big wrestling event. Norristown Eagles will take on PW Sport or PW Colonial. Again, this is the first match of the year for Norristown. They're at home. Getting ready to do introductions here, so sit tight, get your snacks ready. We'll be wrestling soon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Norristown High School for tonight's wrestling matchup between the Plymouth White Marsh Colonials and the Norristown Eagles. At this time, ask that you stand for the national anthem. Thank you. Now for tonight's starting lineups. Tonight's match will begin at 132 pounds. At 132 pounds for the White Marsh, Zach Fisher. For the Eagles, Aaron Clemens. At 138 pounds for the White Marsh, Matt Ingram. For the Eagles, Josh Siegel. 145 pounds for the Colonials, Jacob Nunez or Zach Wakefield. For the Eagles, Steve DePaul. 152 pounds for Plymouth White Marsh, Ben Billings. For the Eagles, Zaire Tucker. 160 pounds, Colonials, Vaughn Hart. For the Eagles, Mike Johnson. 170 pounds for the Colonials, Tommy DeSisto. For the Eagles, Rich Maggio or Mason Hall. At 182 pounds for the Colonials, Scott Corey or for the Eagles, Rich Maggio or Mason Hall. At 220 pounds, for Plymouth White Marsh, Matt Mitchell. For Nick Siddell. For the Eagles, Marlon Cephas. And at 285 pounds for the Colonials, Quincy Williams. And for the Eagles, Jaja Ogejaga. Captains to center, please.
Okay, so you heard the lineups.
Continuing
Captain's in the middle of
lineup.
the mat right now.
At 106 pounds for Plymouth White Marsh, Dylan Moore. For the Eagles, Justin Altrogan. 113 pounds for the Colonials, Marco Piatista. Or Chris Kephart. For the Eagles, Grant Rubin. And at 120 pounds for Plymouth White Marsh, Michael Clarkson. For the Eagles, Nick Seaman. Captains to center, please.
That was captain. And that was Bo Nur on the mic at the head table. Father of wrestling legend Andy Nur. Daltroghi, Mike Johnson, and Eric Fuentes for Norristown. We're going to be starting at 132 pounds tonight. All right.
Now wrestling 132 pounds. For Plymouth White Marsh, Zach Fisher. For the Eagles, Josh Siegel.
All right, so this is Josh Siegel for the Eagles and Zach Fisher for PW. Takedown for Fisher. Taking an early 2-0 lead. This is Norristown's last season in the Suburban 1 League. Next year, they'll be part of the Pac-10. All right, 26 seconds left in the first period. Josh Siegel, he's a sophomore. Fisher looking for a cradle. 10 seconds left in the first period here. And that's it for the first period. Fisher with a 2-0 lead, 132 pounds here. Fisher takes bottom.
Get your head back.
Fisher comes to his feet. And potentially dangerous, this call. Minute 16 left of the period here. Again, scores 2-0 in favor of Zach Fisher from PW over Josh Siegel from Norristown. And there's an escape for Fisher. Takes a 3-0 lead now. They're on their feet with 50 seconds left of the period. Fireman's carry and 2 points for the takedown there. He's moving up for a half. Siegel fights it off. Scores 5-0 now. Uh-oh, he got the half on. There's backs coming. 25 seconds left. Fisher in command here. Siegel in a whole lot of trouble. And 5 seconds left. Siegel fight a little while longer. And there's the fall with 1.5 seconds left of the second period. Zach Fisher with the fall over Josh Siegel. One and a half seconds left. That brings us to 138 pounds. Looks like Zach Fuentes coming out for Norristown. I'm sorry. That's Eric Fuentes. Looks a lot like his brother.
38 pounds for the Colonials, Matt Aprilli. For the Eagles, Eric Fuentes.
Let's see. Eric's a junior, got a 3-1 record right now, and he just got a takedown. We're at 138 pounds. He's wrestling Matt April, a junior who's winless from PW. In that first match, we started at 132 pounds. Josh Siegel from Norristown got pinned by Zach Fisher from PW, and they have a 6-0 team score going into this 138-pound matchup. They go out of bounds. Eric Fuentes on a 2-0 lead with 1:17 seconds left of this first period. Fuentes got a bar on. He's got the wrist. This could be ugly here. He's got the pressure on. And here were some back points coming to Fuentes. He's got it tight. You got to lock it in. Referee's holding 3 back points. Fuentes looking for the pin here, though. He wants to tie this score up for Norristown. And there it is. Eric Fuentes, winner by fall over Matt April. 40 seconds left of the first period. That ties your score at 6 between Norristown and Plymouth White Marsh. Again, 32 pounds. Zach Fisher, winner by fall over Josh Siegel. And at 138, Eric Fuentes, winner by fall in the first period over Matt April. Your team score, 6-6. We're moving on to the 145-pound weight class. This is Steve DePaul for Norristown.
Now wrestling at 145 pounds, the Colonial, Zach Wakefield. For the Eagles, Steve DePaul.
Again, at 145 here, we got Steve DePaul, freshman from Norristown, taking on Zach Wakefield from PW. Wakefield is a junior with a 4-2 record. DePaul is a freshman. He's 2-2 so far this year. Usually you don't see a whole lot of freshmen at 145 pounds. But Steve's a pretty tough kid, man, and works hard in the room. And now he's on varsity. No score yet. They're battling. And he go out of bounds with 44 seconds left in this first period. No score. We're at 145 pounds. Once again, the freshman, Steve DePaul, taking on junior Zach Wakefield. And out of bounds again with 32 seconds left in the first period. Wakefield on the shot. DePaul counter with a shot. And they go out of bounds. A little bit of action there, but no points scored. 18 seconds left here. And 1 second left on the clock in the first period. No score here. DePaul's choice, he defers, and Wakefield takes bottom. Paul riding from the side, on a leg, and he go out of bounds with $1:51 left in the period. Come back to the middle. Wakefield's down and DePaul on top. Paul's still on that leg, so there's no change in position here. No points scored yet. And there's a reversal awarded to Wakefield. He takes a 2-0 lead with a minute 15 left of the second period. And he go out of bounds. No change in position. DePaul's on bottom now. He's down 2-0 to Zach Wakefield. 58 seconds left in the second period. Wakefield with a cradle. He's getting some backs here. He slapped that on pretty quick. Paul thought he was going to do his stand-up. Wakefield just waited for it. Right now, DePaul is in a whole lot of trouble. 39 seconds left. Let's see if he can hang on, last through here. Wakefield's getting at least 3 back points out of this. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Looks like DePaul's going to make it. And he does. 3 back points awarded to Zach Wakefield. He takes a 5-0 lead into the third period. DePaul's choice, and he's taking feet. He's going neutral. He needs a 5-pointer to get back in this match. They go out of bounds. I know DePaul is aware that he needs to get some points here to get back in this match. He's down 5-0 to Zach Wakefield from PW. And out of bounds again. 1:33 left in the period. Actually in the match. And they're whistled out of bounds with 1:11 left of the third period here. Wakefield with that 5-0 lead. Paul got to get something going here in a hurry.
Head up, get out, face him. Face heavy, heavy. Keep your head down. Do not get headlocked. Head down there.
And they're whistled out of bounds with 54 seconds left. Paul's wrestling like he's winning right now, and he's not. He's down 5-0. He got to get something going other than dancing out there. Yo, he knows he's losing, right? Somebody want to tell him, man? He got to get something going. Wakefield being the aggressive one out there. There's a shot by DePaul. And we're winding down to the end of the match here. Looks like Wakefield's going to take a 5-0 victory. One second left on the clock. And that's it. Zach Wakefield over Steve DePaul, 5-0. PW with a 9-6 lead going into the 152-pound weight class.
Now wrestling at 152 pounds for the Colonials, Ben Billings. For the Eagles, Zaire Tucker.
All right, Norristown sending out Zaire Tucker. Tucker's a freshman. And Ben Billings from PW, he's a senior. Billings in on a takedown. A quick 2-0 lead here. And they're out of bounds with 1:17 left in the first period. Zaire Tucker, he's another freshman on Norristown's team. These guys are developing, these freshmen for Norristown. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with someday. Hopefully they can contribute right now. Close to getting backs there, but Tucker, man, he fought hard not to give anything up. Billings is throwing everything at him, but Tucker's being pretty tough here. Escape for Tucker. It's 2-1. Takedown for Billings. That's 4-1 now. 15 seconds left of the first period. Tucker in a whole lot of trouble. A whole lot of trouble. And there it is. Fall, first period, Ben Billings. Victor here over Zaire Tucker from Norristown. That makes your team score 15-6 in favor of PW as we move on to the 160-pound weight class. Looks like Norristown's going to send out Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson, he's a junior.
Now wrestling at 160 pounds for the Colonials, Vaughn Hart. For the Eagles, Mike Johnson.
This is Vaughn Hart, Jr. from PW. And Mike Johnson, Jr. from Norristown. I've coached Mike Johnson in the past. He's a tough kid. Hopefully he'll get us turned around here. Johnson in deep on a single. And he finishes strong. There's a 2-point takedown. Johnson with the bar. He got the wrist. He's moving forward. He's got it pretty tight. Let's see what happens here. And here's some back points coming. Like I said, Johnson's tough. He's one of the hardest working kids I know. There's 2 back points awarded to Johnson. He's got a 4-0 lead. It's like he's working for a cradle here. If he can get it locked up, he can make something happen. He's pretty close. He's working for the Norristown's patented move. He almost has it. I don't know if he has enough time in the period to work it, but if he gets it, it could be the end. It could be the end here. Let's see what happens. 20 seconds left. Johnson picks up 3 back points and a 7-0 lead here in the first period. He's got it. 12 seconds left. And come on, hit the mat. 3 more back points and a reversal for Hart. That leaves your score 10-2. 10-2 in favor of Mike Johnson. Looked like he was pinned there for a half a second, but you know what? The referee was moving around, and both of them were going at it too. So maybe Mike will get him here in the second period. Get Norristown back in this game here. Vaughn's taking bottom in the second period. See if Mike can make some magic happen here. Looks like he's trying to lock up a cradle. Right now, I'm pretty sure Vaughn's main goal is just to not get pinned. We'll see if Mike Johnson can make that goal be not met. Again, your score, 165 pounds here, is 10-2 in favor of Mike Johnson. He's got a forearm bar, near half. Oh, my. This should be it. This should be it. This should be it. And it is. Mike Johnson with the fall. Minute 2 left of the second period over Vaughn Hart. That's Mike Johnson with the fall. Second period over Vaughn Hart. That leaves your team score Norristown 12, PW 15. So yes, we are back in it.
Wrestling at 170 pounds for the Colonials, Tommy DeSisto. For the Eagles, Rich Maggio.
All right, we're 170. This is Rich Maggio, sophomore for Norristown, taking on Tommy DeSisto. DeSisto's a junior. Maggio's locked up. Uh-oh, he's got it. Does he got it? Like Mad's got a takedown. He's holding 2. So it's a 4-2 lead for Rich Maggio. He just got reversed. He had that chin whip on pretty tight. Just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get it done yet. Maybe a little bit he will. Right now the score is 4-2 for Rich Maggio, sophomore for Norristown. DeSisto is a junior. Looks like DeSisto has a bar. And they go out of bounds with 52 seconds left of the first period. Maggio all set. We're at 170 pounds here. Maggio up to his feet, and they run out of bounds. 48 seconds left of the first period here. It's been an exciting night so far, folks. We've had 5 matches wrestled and 4 ended by fall. Score is 15-12 in favor of PW right now over Norristown. Maggio with a 4-2 lead. He's on bottom here. 20 seconds left of the first period. And that's it for the first. We go to the second period. DeSisto's choice, and he takes bottom right away. Maggio up 4-2. He's on top. DeSisto working for a reversal. Maggio fighting back. Mad's got his leg caught up underneath there. He's locked tight in the crotch. And we stop for a potentially dangerous situation here. Come back to the middle. Maggio on top, 4-2. DeSisto to his feet. And here's an escape. Maggio's up 4-3 now over Tommy DeSisto. And they go out of bounds in the second period here with 1:27 left. And DeSisto shoots Maggio out of bounds. 1:18 left of the second period. Madge in on a double. Not very deep, though. And they're out of bounds. They're on their feet with a little over a minute left. Madge on a fireman's carry. If he gets this arm out, he can win. You get a score here. There it is. Takedown for Maggio and a 6-3 lead. Now Rich is throwing the legs on. 30 seconds left of the second period. Rich is pretty good with the legs. He can grind a guy up if he gets a chance here. Ten seconds left. Rich Maggio with a 6-3 lead over Tommy DeSisto. And we'll be going to the third period. Maggio with a 6-3 lead and his choice. Maggio chooses bottom. The team scores 15-12. A win here by Maggio will tie it up 15-all. Maggio got his knees under. Let's see if he comes up. Maggio sitting out now, turning in. Minute left of the match. DeSisto with a bar. Not very deep, though. They're on the line, and they get blown out. 53 seconds left of the match. Maggio with a 6-3 lead here at 170 pounds. Caution called against PW. Maggio reaching back. Looking for Peterson here, maybe. "39 seconds. DeSisto looking for a cradle. "27 seconds here. Maggio coming to his feet. And there's an escape. 7-3, Rich Maggio. 10 seconds left. DeSisto went for a headlock. Didn't have it very tight. And there's two for Maggio. It's 11-3. Ten to three. Rich Maggio with the big win over Tommy DeSisto at 170 pounds. That ties the score at 15-all. Rich Maggio, sophomore, with a 10, that looks like a 9-3 lead. 9-3 win over Tommy DeSisto. We go to 170. 182. Mason Hall for Norristown. He's a sophomore.
Now wrestling at 182 pounds for the Colonials, Scott Horry. For the Eagles, Mason Hall.
This is Scott Horry for PW. Horry's a sophomore. So is Mason Hall. Mason Hall with a takedown. Mason's grown a little bit since last year. He was around 145 as a freshman. Tough as nails. A lot of talent here, Mason Hall. Hall getting some backs. He's getting some backs here. A pin would be huge. Let's see what happens. And make the call, ref. Make the call, ref. A pin would be huge here. 48 seconds left in this period. And there it is. Mason Hall with the huge pin at 182 pounds over Scott Horry. First period fall with 41 seconds left. That leaves your team score. Norristown takes the lead, 21-15. Norristown doesn't have a 95-pounder, so they're going to have to forfeit that. That ties your score up again, 21-21. 21-21 here. We moved on to 220 pounds. Looks like Nick Siddell for PW. Siddell is a junior.
For Plymouth White Marsh at 195 pounds, Matt Mitchell. Now wrestling at 220 pounds for the Colonials, Nick Sudol. For the Eagles, Marlon Cephas.
This is Marion Cephas, a junior for Norristown. Here at 220, he's taking on Nick Siddell from PW. Again, your team score is tied 21-21. And they go out of bounds. Again, Cephas, the junior. Siddell, a junior. Siddell with a takedown. Escape for Cephas. Scores 2-1 favor of Siddell from PW. Again, we're at 220 pounds. The score's tied 21-21. Siddell looked like he was trying to fireman's carry there. And he gets a takedown. Looks like Cephas fell to his back. That was not a very athletic move there. And right now, Cephas is in a whole bunch of trouble because of it. And period expires. 3 back points awarded to Cephas. He'll take a 7-1 lead, but Norristown is still alive in this. It's the second period. Norristown's choice, and they take neutral. There's no doubt that Cephas is a pretty strong kid. I don't think he's been wrestling very long, but he's a good athlete. Takedown for Siddell. That makes it 9-1. And they go out of bounds. Minute 36 left in the second period here. Marion Cephas on bottom, Nick Siddell on top from PW. There's an escape for Marion Cephas. Score is now 9-2. Takedown for Siddell. Back points are coming. "40 seconds left to survive this. Doesn't look good. And there's the fall. 34 seconds left of the period. The winner is Nick Siddell over Marlon Cephas. Marlon Cephas. That leaves your team score now. PW 27 and 21 for Norristown. Moving on to the heavyweight weight class, 252 pounds. Quincy Williams for PW gets a forfeit.
At 285 pounds, Quincy Williams.
That leaves your score 33-21 favor of PW.
106 pounds. For the Colonials, Dylan Moore. For the Eagles, Justin Altroje.
Altroge with a quick takedown over Dylan Moore. Altroge's hungry, man. He hasn't wrestled for over a year here in front of the home crowd. Back points are imminent here. Referee's holding 3. Hopefully Justin can put this on ice in a hurry here. Altroge has superhuman strength for a 106-pounder. Yeah, it looks like it's close. And, come on, ref, hit the mat. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Nope. And 3 back points awarded to Justin Altroge. Altroge's a junior. He's got the cradle. 2 more backs. He's up 7-0. 45 seconds left of the first period. Altrogi with a 7-0 lead. This might be it here. This might be it. Let's see. And there it is. Justin Altrogi with a fall. First period over Dylan Moore. And Norristown is still in it. PW up 33-27. We go to the 113-pound weight class. Little strategic moves here, looks like, between two coaches. We're at 113 pounds.
Now wrestling at 113 pounds for the Colonials, Chris Kephart. For the Eagles, Grant Rubin.
Chris Gephardt for PW. Grant Rubin for Norristown. Grant Rubin's a junior. Got a 2-0 lead. Quick takedown there. This is Chris Kephart for PW. Kephart is a freshman. We're 113 pounds. And there's a fall there. I can see it from here. There it is. Grant Rubin with the fall. First period. It was tight. There was no doubt about that one. That ties your score at 33-33. It all comes down to this match here, 120. Norristown just forfeited. Another strategic move.
Accepting the forfeit at 120 pounds for the Colonials, Marco DiBattista.
DiBattista with the forfeit, win on 120. And freshman Nick Seaman.
Now wrestling at 126 pounds for the Colonials, Michael Clarkson. For the Eagles, Nick Seaman.
Clarkson is a freshman from Seaman is a freshman from Norristown. Two freshmen. Scores 39-33, favor of PW. Norristown needs a pin here. There's a takedown by Seaman. He's got to be after the fall. If Norristown stands a chance to win this. I don't have the criterias in front of me, but I believe if Norristown gets a pin here, even though the score will be tied, they would win the match. I believe that they have more pins than PW if Seaman were to get a pin here. So it all comes down to this. Seaman gets the fall. Norristown wins. Anything short, PW wins. It's been a great match so far. I hope it's a hot finish. .50 seconds left in the first. Scores 2-1. Nick Seaman up on top of that over Mike Clarkson. Seaman truly the aggressor here, clearly. And they're out of bounds again. Seaman, quick shot. Takedown for Seaman. And they go out of bounds. 22 seconds left of the first. I do believe Clarkson's only goal in life right now is to not get pinned. And on the other hand, that's Seaman's goal in life right now is to pin this guy. So let's see how it plays out. Seaman around the front. He's trying to get his cement on. And they go out of bounds. Clarkson awarded an escape. 13 seconds left. All right, that's the end of the period. I'll lay it out for you one more time. It's 39-33 in favor of PW. This is the last match of the night. Norristown needs a pin. If they get a pin, they win. Anything else, PW wins. Barring a coach losing points or something like that. Two freshmen going at it. And they're called out of bounds again. I think the ref might be telling him he got to stay in the middle a little bit. Can't wrestle much on the out of bounds line. Seaman looks like he's trying to lock up a cement. Face buster. Clarkson in on the leg. Not doing much with it. He's just sitting there. Stalemate called. They'll come back to their feet. Seaman's up 4-2, but that doesn't matter. He needs a pin. Anything short, we fall short. Yes! Seaman slapped it on him. Get the pin, man. Get the pin. That was a beautiful move. Totally unexpected. And, come on, ref. Hit the mat. Hit the mat, ref. There's 32. Yeah! Nick Seaman with the win. Nick Seaman. We needed a pin, and he delivered. Norristown wins. Nick Seaman, the freshman, carrying the team on his back, victory for Norristown. I wish I had instant replay to show you that again, guys. I think they're going through the criteria book right now. Let me count them up real quick and tell you. Norristown has 6 falls. PW has 5. So Norristown wins. Norristown wins on criteria, 39-39. My name's Chuck Springer. It's been a pleasure here tonight, folks. Come back next week. We're going to do the same thing again. Hopefully we won't have to be so close. Norristown will just win outright. Next week, same time, right here at the Eagles.